Greetings. Today we're going to be looking at the Cyber Hobby Tiger I early production tank. It's going to be painted and marked as Michael Wittmann's Kursk Tiger from Operation Citadel in July of 1943. The only aftermarket pieces are going to be from Petting House, the decals, which has a set of Michael Wittmann's 1331 Tiger. Hopefully these decals are still in good shape, as I purchased them many years ago. The first set of instructions has you working on the wheels. Now unfortunately the wheels, Cyber Hobby / Dragon decided to link all the wheels as a quick way for production, and link them with styrene. I just cut them off, sanded them, and now they're just regular wheels. Put all the wheels in baggies, and I labeled the wheel sets so that when I get the painting on them, they're all set and ready to go. Construction was basic in the beginning, just building up the lower chassis or hull, and it came together very, very well. I was quite pleased with it. The engine louvers and all the innards, I didn't even bother installing them. I just put in the basic parts, painted it black, and just put the top on and glued it up, as none of this is going to be seen with all the grading and photo etch later to come. A little bit of weight as the glue sets and dries. Now for the fun stuff. I wanted to give the Tiger a little bit of wear and tear, so I did a little denting with some heat and put in a few holes of shrapnel. I made this of them a little too big, so I just threw in some putty and then sanded it. For the Feifel air cleaners, I wanted to give it also some shrapnel damage, so I thinned it out with my rotor tool, and again using the hut knife, put in some small delicate holes, being careful not to put too many. As you can see, the one on the left's got a little bit of holes, and the one on the right is clear. I also wanted to give some wear and tear in a sense of this is a sheet metal material, and it should have a lot of dents and dings. If you look at the Bovington Tiger 131, it's got a lot of that kind of texture to it, so I wanted to simulate that look. And there they are, side by side, ready to get hooked up when the day comes. I understand that Dragon likes to give us a lot of parts and a lot of interior pieces, but I see no point in adding them as they're not going to be seen, so I just left everything completely gutted. The tank commander's cupola had a little bit of problems leveling out onto the turret, so I just did a little sanding and brought it nice and flush. As we can see, the rear end all pretty much unblemished. The grading grates were quite a chore. They were difficult to put together. Tiger 1331 is coming into being. Now the grading's on. I had to do a lot of sanding and legwork, but it all came through. It didn't look too bad at all. Surprisingly, there was a lot of filler I needed, and you can see where the front glacis plate and the sledgehammer, there's a nice gap, so I had to really fill in that with a lot of filler just to get it smoothed out. And again, running down from the port gratings all the way almost to the crowbar, there's a considerable gap, so I had to fill all that in with milliput. And up in the bow, over where the fenders come in, you can see some yellow milliput where there was, again, still some gaps, which needed some filling. Also, the MG ball mount also needed filling. Photo etch and tow cables attached. Things are looking pretty good. Fenders, I wanted to give it a little bit more of that realistic look, so I used my saw and just cut all the sections off and reattach them individually. Pretty much everything is on except for the wheels. And we're approaching our painting stage. And here she is, all completed. I purposely left out the toolbox and a lot of the exhaust manifolds, pipes, and the shrouds for ease of painting. The tank commander's hatch will be open, and I'll be installing a figure to mount on it. Other than that, it was a pretty clean build, and I really enjoyed it, and looking forward to future Tigers someday down the road. And now we're going to be moving on towards the painting of this pretty interesting tiger subject from Operation Citadel. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for part 2, where I'll be doing some interesting airbrushing camouflage schemes and trying out some different products for weathering purposes. Take care and model on.